Brian's boat. Here we are getting some fuel and water. We are headed, I think, to Key Largo, possibly the Bahamas today, I don't know, but stay tuned. So some other good news, I thought that I cracked the block or the head on one of our motors, starboard motor, port. Anyways, I thought that I cracked it and it was gonna cost us like $1,000 to fix it, and turns out I didn't, and it's working amazing. It only has like 3 hours on it, so we are using that as our main one right now. We still use the other one, but we're just giving it a little break. So anyways, so one of our pulleys that we bought from a guy is like it snapped one of the ropes, that you can see it's broken right there. So we're replacing the rope with a different one, line with a different one. This rope cutter is so cool.
So we had just some cheap ropes on the sheet lines because we're poor people. And lesson learned. Next time I get the chance, I'm going to be buying some better line. But you got to be able to fix things underway. And this thing is absolutely amazing for cutting ropes. Super cheap. Got it on Amazon. I want to say it was like 20 bucks, but worth every penny. So we are 54 miles west of Williams Island. The wind just booped out, went to nothing. Seas are great, but not good for sailing. So we went ahead and fired up the engines, and we're motoring our way. I was able, however, to find some issues that we had on the starboard engine. As you've seen in past videos, we've had some overheating issues. But I did just find a pinhole in one of the radiator hoses. I went ahead and trimmed the hose down, reinstalled it, checked for leaks. Seems like it's doing good. We're holding 181 degrees. And we're running about 4.9 knots. I could probably kick it up a little bit, but I figured sometime around 5 o'clock in the morning, we're going to arrive at Williams Island. There, I think we are going to grab an anchorage for a day or two. The wind does shift around and starts blowing in the direction we need it to tomorrow about midnight. So I think we're gonna be able to just take a day rest, swim in the Bahamas, maybe catch some lobster, who knows? But stay tuned. So last night we were sailing and hit a pretty crazy squall. We had probably 35-40 knots of wind. Broke a bunch of rigging. Freaking, I mean, it was crazy. We kind of came out of nowhere. We weren't really ready to reef. It's my fault, but we got a new Genoa line ran, and Brian went up there, went all the way up there. We had to kind of rig a few things up, but at this point, I think we got everything going, and Jaden
is going to do the flag line.
Gonna go around a flag line. What's up, Dub?
What's up?
What do you think, dude?
It's pretty bad, but not enough to quit.
Did you feel unsafe at all?
No,
So, did you ever feel like we were in danger or anything was? No. It was just super uncomfortable then, or?
Yeah.
What else happened? Well, here's a starter. We've got the baby gate holding up the refrigerator and thank you, a ratchet strap, Jaden says. It's holding up the fridge. We lost a gallon of milk.
Not fully.
Ariel has lost some tears. But Brian over there. How's the trip going, Brian?
I'm good, you know. I mean, the only time I was like maybe mildly nervous was when we had the sails up still and we had to, you know, bring them in. That was pretty wild. Because, like, literally, like you said, we were going along at like, you know, it was 15 knots and 18 tops, you know. And we were going good. And then the next thing you know, it was scary. We had to turn to the wind and bring them down, and yeah, it was wild.
One of our port Genoa line ripped the sleeve off. The rope's still good, but we're gonna have to fix that. Are you ready to talk, woman?
No.
Mom, do it. No. Me and Brian talked.
Mr. Cruz, were you scared? Were you scared? How was the waves? What? How big were they? How big were the waves? What are you doing, buddy? Oh, were you falling down? You fall down? Bam! On our way to the Bahamas, I saw a storm coming in midday Thursday, and I figured we'd have been well protected. Last night, we made the decision to anchor and take a night's rest. We were in like 18 foot of water, 40 miles offshore, and started sailing this morning. Things were going good. We were kicking butt, and 35, 40 knots pretty much came out of nowhere. Right now, we're still about 7 miles from any protection. The waves have calmed down quite a bit. We're seeing probably 3 and 4 footers now. Just a bit ago, I want to say they were probably 5 and 7. But not 5 and 7 foot swells. I mean, we're talking 5 and 7 foot wind waves. It was pretty rough coming out of the Atlantic, and it's still hitting us on our port side. But thankfully, we are getting into shallower water, so the seas are calming down a bit here. And about an hour and a half, we should have a pretty safe place to anchor. Gonna let this storm pass. I think tomorrow night looks pretty good to go sailing. 10 to 15 knots coming in from the west, and that turns from the west to the east once we get down a little bit. But I think we should be good at this point. But we've broken some lines. I mean, we had to bring the sails down at 40 knots. And I mean, it came literally out of nowhere. 10, 15 knots. 45 seconds later, hell. But we made it. And we're going to get things fixed and continue on our trip. Ariel is ready to fucking quit. But better days are coming. Good morning from the Bahamas, everybody. Got in last night after a pretty bad storm we had. Actually had waves crashing over the salon roof. I mean, it was big. Pretty rough. But we're here, and this is Beautiful. So she made it safe and sound.
All right.
Brian's going scuba diving. He's gonna.
First day in the Bahamas? Just breathe.
He's gonna go cut the. There's more rope on the prop.
We made it. Great Gunna Cay, Bahamas. Fuel stop tomorrow. Just check the wind. Looks good. Looks like we're probably gonna head out tomorrow afternoon. Headed further south, the Turks and Caicos, Dominican Republic. Not sure where the wind's gonna allow yet, but we made it. We're on anchor, about 8 miles offshore. Found a yacht club here to get some fuel at in the morning or afternoon, whenever I feel like waking up, and off we go. It is about 6:30 in the morning, Sunday, I believe. But we're in about 12 feet of water in the Bahamas, and you can see the bottom. It's pretty rad. Sun's coming up. Gorgeous morning. Unfortunately, there's no wind, so we've been motoring. Last night, we ran out of fuel in the starboard tank. I had Brian on watch, and alarm sounded, battery voltage and temperature, or not battery voltage, temperature, battery voltage, and oil pressure get up there. RPM's at 0. I'm out of fuel on that side, but we should have enough fuel to get us where we're going. It is raining right now, but man, what a gorgeous ocean, sea, whatever. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. Everybody's in there sleeping. Skip's back there rocking. Yesterday, we sailed pretty much all day. Yesterday evening, I saw the rain coming in, and I was a bit worried for weather, so we went ahead and pulled down sails, started up the motors, and we've been motoring since. There's pretty much no wind, but things are going good, and I can't wait to jump in this water.
Look at how crazy all of this is. There's all those are rocks or coral, and we've been dodging it and, I mean, making our way. It doesn't look as bad when you zoom in, but my gosh.
There's the dangerous rock right there. We've been seeing that on the course computer. Water was ice cold out at the boat. I was just not looking forward to swimming. We got over here to the beach. It is pretty beautiful. I mean, it's probably 72 degrees. But now that I see this, shine your phone over there.
Yeah.
Shine it like it's a light. I think after we grab some wind and head further south, I'm gonna start venturing a little bit closer to shore. We're just very unsure, and it shows a lot of 1 to 2 foot depths out here, so it is gorgeous.
I could do this kind of sailing any day. This is way better than all the other crap that we've been through. What about you, Jaden?
Yeah.
This is much better. Lots better. The water's pretty calm. We have some good wind. So there's sun. So it's much better. Our autopilot quit working, so here I am driving. I haven't done this for a while. I've actually never done it with sails, but yeah, Randy's over there fixing our autopilot. There he is, fixing it.
Fixing the autopilot because we don't trust any human to drive.
Well, it's the auto helm 6000.
The old auto helm 6000. We did get the autopilot going. For some reason, the ACU 400 quit sending power to the clutch. Night prior, we turned the autopilot off, and it was on standby, and I still couldn't turn it. It was turning the autopilot motor. I thought, that's kind of weird, but we went ahead and just shut everything off, went to sleep. We went to use it later on the next day. It just wasn't turning the boat, so I went and looked, and I grabbed my meter, did some testing, and found that the autopilot, the Auto Helm 6000 was in good shape. However, the ACU 400 has kind of pooped out on us. So, in good old cowboy fashion, I went ahead and ran a power wire from the 12-volt input of the ACU 400 straight to the clutch. So as soon as it's turned on, clutch grabs, autopilot's working, which is okay because I mean we don't really hand drive this thing anyways, unless we're pulling up to a dock or anchoring or something like that. Typically, anytime it's underway, autopilot's set. We do that for a number of reasons. Safety, keeps a better course, tends to make a little bit better time when you go in a straight line than when you're zigzagging all over the place. So everything's working currently. It is, we're in 12, 13 foot of water, but it looks scary shallow. Everyone's sleeping. It's my watch. We got 70 miles from Georgetown, Bahamas. Pretty freaking rad. We got some islands out here. I don't remember the name offhand. I'll have to put that in here. But pretty freaking cool. 30 feet of water. I could count grains of sand at the bottom. But our estimated arrival to around Georgetown is going to be sometime between midnight and 8 a.m., depending on our speed. Hoping the wind picks up, because this is freaking nothing. I mean, my hair's blowing a little bit, but not enough to sail, so we're still motoring. We did run out of fuel on the port engine. It's okay, I only put 20 gallons in it. The other one we had 40 gallons, should be all right. Up here, as soon as we can stop and make a fuel stop, we're going to, and continue on our way. Here in the next 3 to 6 days, we should be in St. Croix.
Yay!
He just says hi. What's up, Dub?
What's up?
What do you think of the water out there?
It's beautiful.
Yeah?
We just saw some super, super, super shallow stuff.
Basically 100 miles offshore, you could stand up ankle deep. But things are going well. Engine's running good. We'll see. We're 15 miles from the Exumas. Finally sailing again. We're able to get shut the engines down. We're full sail. Running, knot and a half, super slow. There for a bit, we were running 5 knots, but wind kind of fell out. It's okay though. We're headed in the right direction, and tomorrow we can get some fuel. That way, if we run into any situation like this again, I'm not concerned about motoring. I think I probably only have maybe 2 gallons of fuel left. It's pretty dire, but looks like we're gonna make it. Better be prepared next time than thinking we were just gonna sail the whole way. You know, wind does different things, and you can't always expect that you're gonna be able to travel for free, because, as they say, sailing's the most expensive way to get somewhere for free. But I get to sleep here shortly, and it's going to be much needed.
Sorry. Wow, yeah, that shallow as hell.
It is so.
Me and Jaden are walking to the store. It's a mile, but it's really pretty, so we don't mind, do we?
No.
Just left the grocery store. Everything's super expensive. They didn't have bread and a few other things that I needed, but whatever. I can just make some bread and figure out the rest.
So we just left Long Island, made a fuel stop, got some groceries, and it's freezing, but
cold.
we're flying. 17 miles an hour wind, 15 knots, and we're rolling. So pretty excited. RL's not. It's a little bumpy. I like this shit.
I don't.
But we're gonna be near the Ragged Islands, 7 a.m. in the morning, then off to Tortuga. Kinda Haiti. I freaked my mom out earlier. She's gonna hate me for this.
Long Island, Bahamas.